Hello, good morning dear students and welcome back to our lesson that is metals and non-metals. Okay, in previous class we had a talk on aqua regia. Okay, and today we are going to talk on the displacement reaction, which is really very important. Actually, there are various kinds of reactions are there. Various kinds of chemical reactions are there as an exothermic reaction, endothermic reaction, decomposition reaction. In decomposition reaction also there are three types: thermal decomposition reaction, electrolytic decomposition reaction. So there are various types of chemical reactions are there around us. As you will go in higher classes, you will get to know all types of chemical reactions. Okay, but this reaction which I am going to talk today is related to the lesson that is metals and non-metals. So we will study about that reaction first. And again students, we don't have to forget about our reactivity series, because all the chemical reactions are depend on the reactivity series. So reactivity series is very essential to know and how to keep in mind, that already I have said you. So first I would like to write the reactivity series, because that is the heart of this reaction, displacement reaction we are going to talk about. Okay, then what is meant by displacement reaction and what exactly happens, that we will see today. Okay, so our today's topic is what? Displacement reaction. What do you understand from the word displacement? Displacement reaction. Displacement reaction means what? Okay, so here to understand the displacement reaction, I will have to write the reactivity series beside it. Then only it will be easier for you to understand displacement reaction and how to keep in mind the reactivity series you are doing. Okay, so these are the metals which are at the top of the reactivity series are highly reactive metal. Okay, are highly reactive metals, and the metals which are at the below of the reactivity series are least reactive metal. Are least reactive metal that you all are knowing. Okay, now we are going to talk about what is meant by displacement reaction. So displacement reaction is a chemical reaction in which highly reactive metal is displaced or replaced by least reactive metal. When I shall give you example, it will be more easier for you. But to write the definition of the displacement reaction, it is very important that I have to write it, and you will also have to write in your exam if I will ask you what is meant by displacement reaction. So I would like to write the definition over here: the chemical reaction in which highly reactive metal is displaces or replaces by least reactive metal. Such reaction is called as displacement reaction. Is called as what? Displacement reaction. The metal which is more powerful can easily replace the metal which is less powerful. The metal which is highly reactive can easily displace or replace the metal which is least reactive. Understood students? So here metal to salt. Then what will happen here, as this metal is highly reactive than this metal number 2, so it will take the place of metal number 2 and it will separate metal number 2. Understood what would happen? Suppose this is metal number 1, suppose this is metal number 1 and this is metal number 2 salt. Metal 2, any other metallic salt, which is the metal, this metal is least reactive than this first metal, then what will happen? According to the definition, what will happen? This metal will easily displace this metal from its salt and itself it will get separated. Okay, so what will happen? Now we will get what? Metal 1 salt and metal 2 will get separated. Metal 2 will get separated. Do you understand? Suppose, very known example, I think student, you might have learned as you have done your Homi Bhava. So in that you might have learned about displacement reaction of copper sulfate and iron. Okay, so through that example only I would like to know you about it. Suppose this is copper sulfate solution. Students, do you know? Suppose this is metal number 1, Fe, right? And this Fe is react with the copper sulfate solution. Now you can see this is metal number 1. This is metal number 2 salt. Copper is one kind of metal. And this is the copper sulfate, means it is the metallic salt. Another metallic salt. Whenever these are reacting with each other, then according to the reactivity series, you can see, according to the reactivity series, copper is at the bottom of the reactivity series, while Fe is at the top of the reactivity series. Means as compared to copper, the Fe is reactive, right? According to this reactivity series, copper is least reactive and Fe is more reactive. So what Fe would say? How can you take my place? This is my place. I have to take. You are least reactive. I have to replace you. I have to displace you. So for Fe, it is very easier to copper to displace very easily. Do you understand? For Fe, it is very easier for copper to displace than from its salt. Understood? So how the reaction would be taking place here? What would happen? Whenever this reaction would take place, but obviously Fe will take place of copper and Cu will be separated. And Cu will be separated. So how the reaction would be? FeSO4, because copper's place has taken by Fe. So FeSO4 plus Cu will be there. So students, you might have seen into the laboratory, the copper sulfate crystals are always bluish. Those are pellets actually. Flex-like structure is present, okay, of copper sulfate. This copper sulfate is a salt of a copper and it has its bluish color. Pellets or flex-like structure is there. When we try to dissolve them into the water, it appears a dark blue color. Dark blue color means very bright color appears for that copper sulfate solution. And when we try to drop in that copper sulfate solution, the Fe means iron nail or anything which is made up of iron, if we try to drop it into the copper sulfate solution, then after some time, because of the displacement reaction, you can see the solution will turns into the little greenish in color. Okay, faint greenish color would be getting to that solution and iron nail will get deposit. Iron nail will get deposit by the copper. Okay, iron nail will become copperish in color, reddish in color, and the solution which was first bright blue in color, that will turn into greenish color. Understood? So this reaction is possible because the Fe is more reactive than copper. Now students, you only say me, is it possible the CuSO4 plus Fe, this reaction is possible? Can you please tell me? If you will see to the reactivity series, then Cu the Cu to displace Fe? According to the reactivity series, you can see that Cu is at the bottom of the reactivity series because it is least reactive than Fe. So Cu do not have that much energy to displace Fe. Understood? Copper cannot do this because it is least reactive than Fe. Understood? So this reaction is not possible. This reaction is not possible. So I hope you understand the concept of displacement reaction. Displacement reaction means what? The chemical reaction in which the highly reactive metal is displaced or replaces by least reactive metal, and such reactions are called as what? Displacement reaction. I would like to know you by different example. We'll see the different example here. Suppose zinc SO4 and Mg. Is it possible this reaction? See, zinc is less reactive than Mg. Here you can see zinc is less reactive than Mg. So Mg would say, this is my place. You are not right to be here because I am more reactive than you. So Mg can easily displace the zinc. So what the solution will get from? MgSO4 plus Zn will get separated. This reaction is possible because Zn is least reactive. It is least reactive and this is most reactive. So the most reactive can easily displace least reactive. But is it possible now? MgSO4 plus Zn. Is it possible? Can Mg displace Zn? Can Zn displace Mg? No, not possible because zinc is at the bottom of the reactivity series as compared to Mg. So this reaction is not possible. This is not possible. You have to write if I will ask you. Just to jumble you, I will ask you such reactions. Whether these reactions are possible or not, that you will have to recognize. I hope you understand the concept of displacement reaction, which is really very important because this is just one type of chemical reaction. There is actually double displacement reaction is also there, but that we will learn later. Double displacement reaction in which what happens? Only the exchange of ion is taking place. Only the exchange of ion is taking place. Here least reactive and highly reactive matter is not there. Only into the single displacement reaction, the highly reactive metal can easily replace the least reactive metal. And who is highly reactive and who is least reactive? So while writing the chemistry paper, immediately you will have to, whenever you will receive your answer sheet, in one corner with a pencil or with a pen, I will accept it if you will write with the pencil or pen. I don't have any problem. You have to write first this reactivity series in one corner, so that it will be very easier for you to understand which metals can react with acids, which metals can react with the other metallic salt, and how the displacement reaction is possible here. So this is all about your displacement reaction. I hope you understand. And then if you have any query, you may ask me during our PS period. Along with this, I am going to send you one small worksheet, which will be really very small because there is a concept of only displacement reaction. So I shall give you one worksheet to solve you, and we will discuss that worksheet during our PS period. So thank you so much.